Hi ladies, hi gents. Okay, part 2. And this is from Robert's Rummage, which is the first time I've ever found a rummage shop. Which it really was. It had everything from rusty keys, china ornaments, vintage, retro, antique, all crammed into this shop. Every inch of it was covered in, you could have spent a week in there. And it was, I don't know, the size of, 15 foot by 15 foot, but it was stacked everywhere. There was just stuff everywhere on top of each other, hanging from the ceiling. It was just an Aladdin's cave. Anyway, out the front, because all the shops down there, they have stuff out the front as well. It was, I can't really describe it. I mean, I was just in awe myself, but there was a box and it had bits of fabric and pillowcases and that, and it said on it 3 pieces for 50p, and I've seen a couple of doilies sticking out, and I'm out on the street rummaging through this box. Anyway, I found some doilies, so these were 3 for 50p, so I got this one, this one, and the bigger version of that. There was this hanky, this doily, and this was even before I went into the shop. This one, which is stained, but I will soak them and see how they come up. Love this one. This one. And this one. There's this oval one, which is beautiful. This one. And this one has quite a bit of staining on the centre, but I can tea dye it if I can't get it out. So I was so thrilled with that. Then I went inside the shop and I was just like, oh my goodness. And he had a little sort of like wooden box, and there were some bits of scarf and laces popping out. And there was no price on it, and he said they're individually marked in there. And I could see some antique lace in there. This is gorgeous, this one. It's about 1 foot long. This one says £1.10 on it. But he told me he would do these pieces for £1, and it was antique. I wasn't going to leave it there for £1 a strip. I really wasn't. This one was marked, which is longer. It's about just under a yard. This one, it is so beautiful, really gorgeous. This one says £1.10 as well. So I got that one for £1. And then this one said, still got the pin in it, £1.60 for this one. It's still got the pin in it. So it's folded up in 4, but it is gorgeous. So 4 times that. So it's probably the same length as this piece. And again, he done that for £1. And so I paid for these pieces, which obviously wasn't very much in total. And I walked round the back of, he had this sort of like desk with like 5 shelves sat on top of it, and I walked round the back of it, and I could see all these bags with all sorts of random stuff in, from china bits and pieces, doll bits and pieces, all this. So I just picked up a few of the bags and started rummaging around, hence the name Rummage. And I noticed that there was some of these bags like this with some bits of lace in. I could see that there was other stuff in it, but I thought, oh, and I sort of looked at it, and I did share one of these online. They were all marked 50p. I was like, oh my goodness. And I thought, well, if there's one piece of lace in there that I like, it's got to be worth 50p. So I'm going to quickly show you. This is lace fabric. And it's like, I don't think it's very old, it's like a neck curtain, but it could be used for background on mixed media. There is some box pleat, like a very soft organza creamy colour. Love this. It's like a Chinese braid in a slight taupe colour, and you know, there's a whole bit of that. There's a very pale green rick-rack, which I thought great. There is a bit of ribbon. There's this lace in there. There's some buttons, and then there's a big bundle of what is curtain tape in here. But you know, all this for 50p, and I will use some of these like this. I would use for flowers. I'd definitely use the Chinese braid. The rick-rack I probably will. Box pleat trim. So I was happy with that for 50p, and I got 3 of these bags. And this one again, just to show you, 50p. And I could see there were some bits in it that, you know, I wouldn't necessarily use. Like, I'm not very keen on this, the colour yellow with the green and brown. There's some more of like curtain tape. Obviously, I'm not going to use that. There's some silver lurex, which I'm not really a huge fan of. There's some vintage cotton tape, which I probably will use because, you know, it can be used on dangles and stuff, you know, like tassels and stuff, or I might edge something with it, but it's still in the original packaging. There's some cream, beautiful Chinese braid in here, and again there's quite a bit of that, so definitely be using that. There's a small piece of this, which you know I'll definitely use because I cut these up for flower centres. There's some of this. There is a kind of gold braid trim here. Hoping the light keeps when I do this. There's quite a lot of this tiny lace trim. A little bit of string. It really is sort of random. There is a little eyelet lace. There's this vintage, really cute. I remember this on stuff when I was little. Not like on dresses and stuff. I remember having this kind of ribbon with the lace edging. And there's a bundle of that. And then this piece was in here, and I was like, oh my goodness, look at that. This is definitely worth the 50p just for this alone. It actually has a price of £2.20 on it. There is a little bit of damage here and there, but I will definitely be using this. This is gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? So it was well worth the 50p for that bag. Well, it was worth it. Even if one of those pieces were in there, it was worth 50p. And the third one, I could see that there was a few bits of doily and that in there. And again, 50p. I think there's some bits of old hankies and stuff in this one. So if I just, so there's hankies, so I just put them to the side. This is a doily with a grey edge. But again, I can, once I wash it, I could tea dye it. There's a few of those. This one's really badly stained. There's 3 of those. Love these. I think there's a couple of these in here. Look at this little doily, square doily. There's one. There's another one there. 2. I'm sure there was another one. Yep. 3. Oh, there's another one of those white with a grey edge. There's an embroidered hanky. This looks like a damaged piece because all the colour has run on that. There's this doily. So this was a great bag for 50p. This doily. This one. There's another hanky, but it's really badly stained. There's this doily. They look like nothing, but when they're all washed and pressed, and any with bad staining, then I can tea dye. This is great. I love the size of the doilies on the outside of this. There's this one. This has a bit of damage on this one. But again, I could cut the damaged bit off and make use of that as a pocket. This one again is stained, but once I wash it and have a good look at it, I can decide whether to tea dye. This one's white and grey again. This is a little pocket with the fine, I don't know what this would have been used for. It looks like a boiled egg cosy to me, but look at the embroidery on that. That's really cute. Another one with a little flower. This blue, two-tone blue one. Another one of, this one's really badly stained, a square one with the grey. Another one, or another one of that flower on. Obviously I'll look at these when this one's got a bit pink on, that might wash out, but it is stained. But I'm going to soak them all and see how they come out. And then this one. And that whole bundle there was in there for 50p. And I was just, wow. You just couldn't go wrong, could you? So that was that. We did actually then go back. Let me just wipe this off. There's lots of dusty grubbiness on there. Off all those. We did go back this morning actually, before we left to come home. And we get a few more bits. I found another box in there and he said, oh, have a dig around that one, I think there's more lace pieces in there. So I found this one, which is very, very dainty, delicate one, and I can't remember. That was £1.10. And again, he rounded them down to like £1. There was this little bundle of this one. And this one says 165, and he'd done that for £1. He was very nice to me. He was really, really nice to me. There's this one. This one didn't have a price on it, and I think he done that for 50p. And this one didn't have a price on it. I think he done that for 50p. This was a set of 3, so like 2 collars, and then like what looks like a little bow tie piece. I think that was £1. This he done for 50p. Isn't that gorgeous? I was just amazed. And then there's a few more doilies, and these he done for I think it was 2 for 50p on these. A square one. This one. And that one. Oh my goodness, what a journey. And just whilst I was there, I did pick up, he had these bundles of mostly postcards, but they were the whole bundle for 50p, and I haven't looked through it, and it's obviously, this one looks like a well on there or something, but I just thought it would be interesting to look through these. There's a whole big stack of them, so I just wanted to look at them, and they're 50p. So you know, he had a whole load of these, and I just bought one bundle because I just thought it'd be really interesting to have a look at them. And then I did have a quick look through his buttons, and I found these, and oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. You can see there, 55p, this bag of buttons, and they are glass. They're all glass. There's some that side, and even the ones on the card. These are all glass. Glass buttons. I think I have 2 glass buttons in my stash, and I just couldn't believe it when I seen a bag of glass buttons for 55p. I was just gobsmacked. They are so hard to get hold of, and when you do, like if you find them on eBay, they're really quite expensive. So I was thrilled for these. So Robert's Rummage Shop, I have to say, was like a little piece of heaven for me. It really was. I absolutely loved looking through all the stuff in his shop, and it was just, his prices were just amazing. I've never ever seen anything like it. We did buy some other bits and pieces in there, but they're not craft related or anything, but it was just amazing. So that's my holiday haul, and it has, I hope it hasn't been too long, but I'm still quite shocked at how much I found. I really didn't expect to find anything near this. I do have a parcel to open when I got, oh no, I'm forgetting something. I just looked at the floor. Oh my goodness, see? Forgotten something. This is a bit dusty. Let me shake it into the bin. I forgot. There was a shop that we went into, and the guy had tablecloths. Actually, let me move that out of the way. He had a bundle of tablecloths on the side, and I asked him, there was one in particular I really wanted, and I asked him how much it was, and he said, to be honest, I want to sell it as a set. And there's, I think it's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it's 6. This is a, I'm going to show you them first. So this is a square cotton one, quite simple, but I will put this over my desk or on a shelf. This one is beautiful, really, really beautiful. Oh my goodness, it does have some staining. Again, I do need to wash them. I'm not going to open it right out, but it's got linen and lace. So it's got embroidered linen, and then there's lace. That's two. This is a small tray cloth. Love the lace on this. It's gorgeous. That's three. This one is also a tray cloth, and I have never seen this edging. It's beautiful, and it's in great condition, this one. That's four. And again, another, I think it's rectangle, no, it's a big square one. So that's 1/4 of it opened out, and it's got this lace on. This is quite a big one. And then the final one is the one that I really, really was interested in. It's a crochet one and linen one. And it's a circle. And it does have staining on, like slight staining on there. So all the centre's linen. Then it's crochet. It's got small crochet doilies. Then it's got these linen doilies with the crochet round them. And then it's got all the crochet edge. Oh, it's just beautiful. And I really wanted this one. It's just, I just love it. It does need a good wash, but I do love it. And he, like I say, he said to me he wanted to sell the whole lot together, and I asked him how much, and he said £20. And my husband just said, yeah, she'll have them. So he was like agreeing for me. I did and ah, but he said no, she can have them. And I was like, okay, thank you. So I got those as well. But they're more for putting on furniture and or on my table or stuff like that. So I'm so thrilled with them. So that's everything. So, and like I said, I do have a parcel to open that was sat here waiting for me when I got home. It is getting a bit dark, so I'll probably film that tomorrow, but I will upload them the next day once I've caught up with everything. The washing machine is on. I've already hung one load out. So thank you so much for watching my haul, and I am super thrilled and super happy with everything I found. I mean, like I say, a lot of it, the antique lace will go into my suitcase of antique laces, especially if they're perfect. If there is damaged ones, then I do allow myself to use them. But the doilies, I'm sure you will see some popping up in projects very soon. So thank you all for watching, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye for now.